Hello, Sacred Souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is a little ceremony to call in our blessings and to let the dark float away. So I have a floating candle for that. I want to give you a little bit the backstory of what brought me to this, but also want to mention that for the past 2, 3 weeks or so, I've been seeing the number 288 a lot. And I understood right away that it meant 144 times 2, meaning that two of the chosen ones would come together in divine union. And I feel that that's going to apply to a lot in the collective, that the divine unions are being brought, like that we're being brought together in divine union with our divine partners. And I think because of that, a lot of us have been experiencing a lot more dark attacks and interference and attempts to distract us, to keep us away from the ascension, or to like restrict it, limit it, whatever has been going on there, right? Like for each one, it might have been a little different, but a lot of hindrances, distractions, barriers, hurdles, interference, attacks, and stuff like that, right? And in my case, yesterday, after I filmed that last ceremony, since there was a bit of a I was guided to some unusual stuff regarding Yeshua Sananda, also known as Jesus. I wrote a long comment in the box, and I kind of knew that it might cause some reactions, and I didn't turn off the comments right away. So this morning there were two from one person. Well, there was one that was actually a very nice and decent comment, but then two comments from another person who was using a fake account and who was trying to get under my skin and to provoke a reaction by basically questioning, I don't want to say my authority, but questioning that I know what I do, and like basically doing the sort of narcissistic, underhanded, indirect way of making someone feel insecure, right? So that was the tactic being used. And even though I tried not to really respond, I think there was a small core of me that still kind of wasn't 100% calm and collected, right? So like there was still a bit of a core that needs to be healed, and we'll do ceremonies for that as well. Like there's always more to do, right? But after that, first of all, like I responded in a very collected way, but then I turned off the comments because I was like, you know what? I'm already late for work. I'm starting really late and I want a peaceful day, right? So after that, I started to get massively invaded in my third eye again. And I called on my spirit guides and my ancestors, my whole divine team. And then I was, first of all, guided that it was the psycho astral stalker that I've had for 13 years, basically. Well, I should say 12 years because I had eclipsed him out last year. The contract was finished and the cycle closed because he was basically trying to destroy my life through black magic and by messing with every aspect of my life for that whole time because I had rejected him by not giving him my contact information. Like, that's how insanely wounded this individual is, and not actually facing his own stuff, right? But always throwing it at other people. Anyway, sorry. So I actually put in the comment Sorry, I'll continue the rest later. I forgot something earlier. So I put in the comment something referring to how, in my personal opinion, Yeshua Sananda's teachings were kind of hijacked by the dark by making people believe it's okay to sacrifice someone else for their own, to basically dump their own sins and wrongdoings on that person, and also how wrong it is to believe that it's okay to dump your own stuff. I mean, I'm generalizing here, not you, but you know what I mean. To dump you, pluralized, generalized, your own stuff onto someone else rather than actually taking responsibility for your own actions and doing your own healing, right? And that individual that I'm talking about had 2 years ago tried to sacrifice me and hijack my ascension for his own gain. He knew about my soul mission. Unfortunately, I had shared that with him or told him, and he wanted that for himself. But he is extremely unhealed, dark, misguided, and unwilling to do the work. He's the sort of person who always felt like the whole world owed him for the hardship he went through when he was young, and that he had the right to take from everyone, right? He's the kind of person who's still leeching off everybody. So his reaction was clearly triggered by that comment. And I hadn't realized that since I had eclipsed him out last year, he wasn't able to get to me through the spirit realm anymore. So he was cyber stalking me, which I hadn't really realized. And I didn't really care. Like, I don't give those kind of things a lot of thought. And after those comments, my spirit and I started to get invaded in my third eye, and I was like, man, this feels just like back then, like what he was doing to me. That's when my guides showed me his name, and then I asked for their help and protection. I asked for divine justice, interference, and protection, and for his instant karma, for his divine punishment, for continuously still attacking me, or like in this case, like still trying to get a reaction and so on, right? And yeah, he was still attacking me by invading my third eye again, right? And then my ancestors stepped in and went after him. And on the forefront was my dad, who passed away 2 years ago. And after that, it stopped. And I know. And after that, I was given a sign that it was done. Like, he is done. He is finished. So I also want to use this ceremony to thank our ancestors for their protection, and to also remind you that, because it took me a little while. First, I was just annoyed that it was happening again. And also how I wanted to share how when we still have a reaction, because there is still an unhealed part, that actually allows them a way back in again. And this guy is like highly psychic, but a very dark empath, and like really on the wrong path, right? So anyhow, sorry, this was kind of a long-winded story, but yeah, this was a big chunk of my life that got hijacked by this lost individual. And I just think that for many of us, we've been through like some pretty rough stuff, and we want to let go of all that dark stuff that we might still be holding on to as well. Some underlying resentment, blame, our own shadows, and maybe soul fragments connected to all of that. So all that darkness that is still in us, I want to let that float away with this beautiful black floating candle that I found at the store the other day, and I felt like I had to get it. But then we're going to call in like all of the blessings. So we have a heart here with a little candle to bring in love. We have the peace dove for peace, inner peace. Then the rainbow ball shall represent acceptance, like tolerance and acceptance. Then here, financial blessings and good luck. And this violet spiral candle shall be our spiritual connection, like our connection to the divine, including our higher self, right? And that shall all be brought in. Oops, sorry. Sorry about the camera. So that spiritual connection shall bring in all of our blessings now and keep us so strongly protected from all those dark ones and all this dark stuff by healing whatever's still left in us and allowing us or helping us to let it go fully and completely, to forgive, which doesn't mean forgetting, and it doesn't mean that we think it's okay what happened, but by accepting it as an important lesson that helped us on our journey, that pushed many of us into our powers and back onto the path, in my case, or many of you may be back on your path. I was on the path 22 years ago and didn't feel ready, rejected it, and then just wanted to live a normal 3D life. And 3 years ago, I was really pushed back in. So it was definitely good for that, right? So yeah, and then this rattle for strength, and this also for fertility again, right? So, all right. So sorry for the long intro, but this has been something that I didn't expect to come up, but I think it's all part of this intense sort of aggressive energy that's been coming out in a lot of people as well. And anyone who is unhealed and misguided might be directing that at us now, right? Okay, anyway, so let's smudge and get started. Please cleanse and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, evil, and low vibrational, and flood us with massive amounts of healing light, unconditional love, blessings, and protections from the divine. And so it is, all my relations. Oh, and sorry, I wanted to say one more thing, because I know there are at least 2 people who are following me with a fake account. First of all, that is not living in authenticity. Second of all, the individual I was talking about, his last name has the name of an ancient king. So you know who you are, and I know who you are. Okay? Just so you know. Okay, now I'm done with it. All right. So let's call in our spirit guides and get this show on the road. Well, figuratively speaking. Dear Creator, higher power, source, and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, dear Mother Earth, our ancestors that are in the light, Great Spirit of the fire, and the other 3 elements, air, earth, and water. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protections with all of your powers. And if any more banishings need to happen, then those as well, please. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. So I want to start the ceremony with a big thank you and a massive heart of gratitude, or a heart full of gratitude, I should say, for all the massive help you have given all of us in keeping us safe, shielded, and protected. Actually, also today and yesterday, I almost had an accident, and both times was prevented. So also thank you for that. And again, for me personally, thank you, Dad, for stepping in so strongly and protecting me and blocking all that crazy nonsense that was coming at me again today. And thank you all, you ancestors and spirit guides of everyone who's watching, for the strong, strong protection you're giving all of us. And if we don't feel protected, we know and understand that these are lessons that we need to learn, because we also have to hone our skills. We know that this is our training to give us the skills that we need for our soul missions, for our tasks that we have taken on in this lifetime. And we want to give gratitude for that as well. And thank you for it. I actually feel a massive wave of thank you. Yes, our spirit guides are thanking us as well in return for taking on these tasks, because we had to incarnate into bodies and physically step up here in this 3D world. They can't all do it from the spirit world. They need people here on the ground, in the ground. Blah, I can't speak anymore. On the ground, like in the ground crew. Here we go. Yeah, it seems like the dark does not want certain things to be communicated yet. But I don't care how many times I have to attempt to say a word. I will say it. And I know many of you feel the same about that. Okay, anyway. So yes, a big, big thank you and lots of gratitude from the spirit realm to all of us. We are deeply appreciated. Thank you. It's amazing. It's a round of thank you from all sides, from us and them. Okay, I'm getting emotional, so I think I'm gonna continue with this stuff here. If I linger too much, then I might not be able to talk too well. Okay, so please help us fully and completely let go and float away. Yes, with the great spirit of the water. And I haven't worked much with the water yet, other than flushing evil stuff down the toilet. So thank you, great spirit of the water, for helping us here. I'm sorry I'm more used to the fire, which is my element, but I greatly, greatly appreciate you helping us here today. Help us. Please wash away anything that is still dark within us and around us. And help us let go and let everything just float away from us. Almost like on a cloud as well. So thank you, great spirit of the air as well. Sorry, I was pointing at the air earlier. The water's over here. That's the air. Now it makes sense. And wax kind of comes from the earth in a sense. So we actually have all the elements here. And it's a candle that burns, so the fire's there too. Wow, that's actually very cool. So we have all 4 elements right here. So all the elements are helping us let go of any and all remaining darkness, any and all remaining hurt, anger, hurt, pain, suffering, fear, anxiety. I think I said pain already. Guilt, shame, and blame, and any other dark emotions like envy, jealousy, insecurities, feeling inadequate, feeling not enough, fear of rejection, fear of failure, all of those kind of things. We're going to let all of that just float away. Picture it like a dark cloud coming out of you. Oh, actually, weird. I was going to grab it from the chest, but I actually kind of saw it more like a cloud coming out of our crown chakra and going up like an actual cloud, like a rain cloud or a thunderstorm cloud, actually. And it just floats away. And at some point somewhere, it's going to just pour rain and water down. And integrate back into Mother Earth. Wow. Whew. Wow, that was cool. Whoa, sorry, give me a sec here to digest that. Thank you. Thank you. Whoops, don't go in the water. Hold on here. Okay. Let all the insanity, all the chaos, all the destruction, all the frazzled, anxious, stressful stuff just float away. We are free. We're letting go. Feels good. Woo! All right, and let us be filled with this massive amount of inner strength. And let us now open up to all of our blessings that are rightfully ours, that had been blocked before. Please bring in pure unconditional love by bringing in our soul tribe as well as our divine partner. Call it twin flame, soulmate, or divine partner, whatever term you feel comfortable with, by filling us with massive amounts of inner peace and, of course, happiness, by fully and completely embracing who we are, so having complete tolerance and acceptance for all of our shortcomings and shadows as well, anything, all the imperfections within ourselves and in others, and embracing them as being part of the divine perfection. So all the imperfections are actually perfect. And bring in lots of good luck so that suddenly everything starts flowing. The divine cosmic energies shall flow in and bless us with so much good luck and fortune, as well as actual financial blessings and abundance. And that includes success in whatever chosen career or field of work we dedicate ourselves to, and that is usually a part of our soul mission one way or another, right? And bring in fertility for all those that would still like to have children. We are massively filled with this divine peace, love, happiness, and we're now completely connected to the divine. And if you're in the process of developing your clairs, don't worry, they're all coming in now. With each day, we're opening up a little more, a little more, a little more. It doesn't all happen at once. We're not cracked open like a nut, but we're gently being opened more and more and more to also facilitate all this massive divine light that we need to be ready for, right? So we're being prepared by also being opened bit by bit by bit. Oh, thank you. Oh. Let's take a few breaths in and out. If you would like a little more time, you can pause the video now because I'm going to wrap it up, okay? All right, for the rest of us, let the ceremony now be finished and accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. Please open the circle of protection around us and keep us massively shielded and protected. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations, and so it is. Wow. Ooh. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this ceremony and working on your own healing. I'm sending you so much love and light, so many blessings. May your life be full of abundance and happiness. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And be well until next time. Thank you. Bye.